go. Hey guys, welcome to another Shenmue Day stream. As ever, I am Matt. Welcome everybody. Hope it's all going well on this fine Sunday evening. James, my esteemed colleague, co-host and co-owner, how's it going?
Doing all right. I am James. How are you doing, Matt?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's have a quick look in chat just to see who's in, and then we'll start into the news section. So I can see Frankie's around. Good to see you, Frankie. Lord Tensai's in. Welcome. Daily Gaming Videos is over on YouTube. Good to see you, my friend. Ginger Fairy is in as well in the chat. Welcome, everybody, as well. I am having a little bit of a lag with the chat on my end, so apologies if I miss anybody. I can see Manny's in there. Terry's in there as well.
You see the chat on the stream?
Well, it's OBS being a bit of a knob, so I'm not too worried. Hey, Scribe, and hey, Jay Fairmount as well. Good to see you. So,
welcome all.
Before Strictly Sega Europe as well. Everybody's saying hello now. There we go.
Just sharing that post, Matt. That's done.
Superb. So I'm going to crack into the news, and this is one for Lord Tensai as well, who was asking this in the chat around Anime Season 2. So I'm going to sort of pull us back a tiny bit to the Jason DeMarco interview. We know they want to do it. We know they're going to structure it. Half of it's going to be Shenmue 3. And then the rest of it will be essentially Shenmue 4 onwards. Fine, not a problem. Quite happy with that. You may have heard, and you may have seen the video that I did at the top of August saying about the Warner Discovery merger and how basically all the projects were on hold and it was all a bit up in the air, essentially. Lots of stuff was being cut at Warner. Lots of stuff was being cut at Discovery, HBO. Batgirl got completely shoved off of the... just got blown into oblivion. You're never going to see that film ever again. It's just gone. Everything was being cancelled. And we were, I think, apprehensive, James, is probably the word I would use for the anime at that point.
It's a good word. That's quite a big word, Matt.
I know, for a Sunday, it's a really big word.
I don't think I could have come up with that one.
So, fast forward into last weekend, and Game Rant released an article talking about Toonami Adult Swim and how Adult Swim Toonami, the Toonami block, is not going to be impacted by the Warner Discovery merger, which now means, in theory, discussions around Shenmue Anime Season 2 can start. So that is amazing news that Toonami's safe, that Adult Swim is safe, not just for the anime block, but also for there's some quality stuff on there anyway if you haven't ever watched it before. So that's a good move. The unknown is Sony and Crunchyroll, because Sony, for those who aren't aware, bought Crunchyroll I think in 2021, so they now co-own the Crunchyroll originals with Adult Swim. So we don't know what's going to happen there, and we know Crunchyroll initially were a bit funny about doing season 1, so there's going to have to be some negotiation somewhere to get season 2 off the ground. But on the positive note, we do have the fact that Adult Swim is safe. They definitely want to do it. Jason DeMarco wants to do it. He's desperate to do it. And all the time that he wants to do it, I think we have a really, really good shout at doing this second season. So keep, watch this space. We're not going to see any sort of project come out of the woodwork in any sort of real capacity for a couple of years minimum, because even if it's greenlit today, it takes 2 to 3 years to make the bloody thing. And we may not hear very much about it in the intervening periods. But things are better than they were in August, put it that way. But James, what other news do we have?
Good news. Yeah, good news. I think Jason DeMarco's the man there to get that off the ground. I can see that happening now more so than ever. So other than that, guys, we've recorded a new show that we're going to be releasing on the 13th of, what month are we? September. So just over a week away. So I'm going to do a Jim's News fast speed run here, because we literally do this stuff more in detail in the show. So Air Twister has got a new update, 1.1.0. If you haven't downloaded it yet, you probably haven't got an Apple phone, but if you have, why not? So update this Air Twister and you'll get the new island, that island that had the cloud on it. That's available now. New game modes, outfits, and more to unlock. There's bonus stars awarded for clearing the main game, so if you've been struggling, that could be a bit of an incentive to try and clear the game. 12 stages. Once you clear it, you get 500 stars, which is massive for picking out upgrades and stuff like that. and other minor bug fixes, whatever they are. There is soundtrack coming soon towards the end of September, physically. Digitally, it's available right now. I should have had a link there, but just search Air Twister on Spotify and you'll find it, and you'll be able to listen to all the amazing Queen-esque style music there, the soundtrack to the game.
It's good.
Really good stuff. We'll probably update you again on the physical soundtrack once that's released, but I do have a link actually. If you did want to pre-order, you can do so on CD Japan, which is there. It was on PlayAsia at some point, but for some reason it says out of stock, but it hasn't released, so I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully it releases on CD Japan.
Yeah.
Next up, yeah, it better do, yeah. Next up, we mentioned this more in the podcast, like I just said, but check out Switch's ongoing incredible series of Meow Village posts. That's part 10. That's the latest that's available to non-patrons. I think patrons have got a part 11 part because I wrote 11 parts in this news section, and that's the latest one. Meow Village, of course, yeah, the cat village of China, or Hong Kong, I suppose, because it's linked to
linked to
Manchai.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. So he goes into detail, like the subtitle files that were on the Game Jam beta disc or beta disc. Frankie's probably going to correct me on that word as well. Basically, you can just paint a picture of how this was going to play out from the conversations between Rio and all the characters. It's really good. Go check it out. You've did a new interview, Matt, that's available today.
Yeah, new interview today with Andy Hughes, who wrote the Samurai Boy. Trying to think, sort of a classic rock fusion with Shenmue theme, Shenmue inspiration, essentially. Came out on YouTube and all podcast providers today, so make sure you check that out. It's it's a good half an hour chill.
Good stuff. And if you're on the dojo, hang on, I'm not linking this stuff, so I'll do that. So that's the interview. If you're on the dojo YouTube channel, you might as well check out the video me and Matt did the other day or other week.
It's about a week or so now.
Is it about a week ago?
It's about a week ago.
Okay. So we go into mega in-depth detail in the story, what we want to see, what we're hoping that we're going to see in the future of the series, and all of the story content up until that point that hasn't had an answer. So worth a watch. That's in response to that RGT where he's saying that it should be finished in an hour. Closure. Let's give us all closure. An hour anime OVA. I don't know what he wants.
Fuck it. No, just no. Just no.
And the final bit of news is worth a follow. This one on Twitter, Shenmue Park, brand new account, but it's basically the Shenmue 2 differences guy. So if you've been following his tweets, you like seeing the differences between, Xbox and Dreamcast Shenmue 2 stuff, which is crazy, some of the stuff he finds, but he's also doing this new thing called Shenmue Park, which is supposed to detail findings, I assume, from all three games. And the first one he found the other day is the sort of the Hong Kong skyline. Basically, in the daytime, there's like advertisement signs on the skyscrapers, and at nighttime, whether it was they forgot to add them, but the nighttime texture of the skyscrapers doesn't actually have the adverts on. So it's quite interesting. I didn't know that.
Oh, wow.
Bloody hell, what's going on here?
The alerts are going off. Frankie has very kindly gifted 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Thank you very much, Frankie.
Frankie, nice one.
It's just sent my OBS haywire. Thank you very much.
That's really cool. Thanks, Frankie.
Just
answer... Those are top five people in the chat, really.
Yeah, I don't know how it does it, actually. Just to also answer a question in the chat from Robo Know It. So I think it's a new person in, so good to see you, my friend. Do we think Sega will sell some Shenmue anime cell art? Simply put, I don't know. It's a bloody good idea.
That would be cool. It's a good idea.
The merch is with them. Ask them, they might do it. Who knows? And we just had a resub from Titch as well.
Thanks, Titch. I was going to say good luck competing on that cell art against Frankie, though.
Bloody hell.
She'll be all over that. Right,
so what we're going to do is, I was going to do Fang Mei's birthday, but the reason I didn't have a save anywhere near the start of it, only literally the last blooming cutscene. And I haven't had time.
It's a shame.
It's a shame because I'd like to have done it. I just haven't had time with me going away next week to to get anywhere near it. So we'll do the end cutscene for it. Then it's Chow Wan sign, and we'll see where we go in Hong Kong, basically for Shenmue 2. But it's a chill stream. But I am going to put a question out there for everybody to talk about to get things going. And this is Tokyo Game Show this year. Expectations, do you have any? Yes or no? If you do, what are they? If not, what do you think could happen? So, Jake,
when is it, Matt?
Tokyo Game Show? I think it's the 16th of September, but I could be making that up. I know I'm away for it because we were joking when we were recording the podcast. They'll announce Shenmue 4 and I'll be on a roller coaster.
So it's a week on Friday.
Okay.
Tokyo Game Show. I don't know what I'm expecting, man. I don't think I'm expecting anything Shenmue. As much as I would love to see Shenmue 4 there get announced, or a Shenmue whatever. Would they do a season 2 at a Tokyo Game Show? I don't know.
I'd be surprised.
Yeah, I would be. I don't know if you want to watch this cutscene first. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. Maybe, do you reckon we'll see anything from that Crazy Taxi Jet Set Radio?
No. I think it's going to be quite a flat TGS for some reason. I don't know why. Could be me.
What does everyone else think? I mean, I don't know what I'm expecting anymore. On the horizon, I feel like we've got everything that we kind of want. But yeah, obviously, apart from like some very old Sega IPs that we'd love to see, but we are getting things like your Turtles games, your Streets of Rage games, your Sonic games we're not waiting for because we're waiting for the Frontiers. We're getting, remakes of stuff like Panzer Dragoon, House of the Dead. Space Channel 5's had a VR game not long ago. Rez had that Rez Infinite game not long ago. So there's stuff like that is already recent. So I don't think I'm expecting. I don't know what I'm expecting.
Bear with me a second. The game is like blowing my head off in my ears.
Are we waiting for anything in particular? Because like we're not even like waiting for like a Resident Evil game, are we? I don't think.
No, we're not. Not at all.
Oh, we are actually. Resident Evil 4, aren't we? They're remaking that.
Yes, they are. There might be some shots from that.
Would rather have seen Code Veronica, but that's the same as everyone.
I don't understand that. Like, I mean, Resident Evil 4 is good fun. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I don't get it.
Peter K. Wilson thinks we'll get Persona 5 Royale on the Xbox and Switch.
That's not out of the realms of possibility at all.
What about Shenmue 1 and 2 on Switch?
Fucking hell, that should have been done years ago, shouldn't it?
That died a death a while back, didn't it, I think?
Well, I remember the rumours back in 2019 because we had art ready for it because it was really like proper like heavy rumours on it, and it just died like literally overnight. There was nothing ever again of it. I just think it's really weird. Breath of the Wild 2, yeah. Now here's a question. It's not Shenmue related. Breath of the Wild. What do people think of that game? Because I'm mixed on it, having got a Switch and played it quite a bit.
Did you? I did pick it up just because everyone was going on about it, and it was okay. I think I probably played, I like to say 10 hours. I mean, my 10 hours for the game, and then you check your playtime and it says 3. But, yeah, I'm not sure. Titch loved it. Peter K. Wilson loved it. 11 out of 10. I've just never been into Zelda. I don't know why.
Really grindy, but that could just be me.
I know a lot of people love Zelda, but I just never really got into it. Not that I've given it much of a chance, so that's probably my fault. Scribe says Metal Gear Solid 1 to 3 collection.
Yeah, that'd be.
Has that actually been announced, or was that a rumor?
Not yet, but Konami keeps saying, "Oh, there's gonna be an announcement around a classic franchise." Blah blah blah. Everyone's saying it's Metal.
That'll probably be
everyone's saying it's Metal Gear.
Thingy. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I did see something about that the other day, actually, Samian. That was on Twitter. I think they posted a. Did they post a trailer and they said that it's been delayed? I think until next year. But here's a trailer of like what's happening at the moment. And then I was reading the replies, and people were a little bit disappointed or something because they removed the soap shoes. Apparently, there was like because obviously I think there's a skateboarding guy. There's like one on roller skates, possibly, but that might be a bit too Jet Set Radio. I'm not sure. I think there's one on a bike, like a BMX bike. And then I think there was one on soap shoes, but for some reason they removed them. That's what I was reading.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild. I'll just go back and see the people in the chat about Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
I
everyone
can't
loves
get
it
on
now.
with it. I just can't. It's not. It's fine, but yeah, I don't know. I found it too grindy. Not a lot going on in the world. That's just my opinion. It doesn't massively matter.
I know what you mean.
What else have we got there?
Off topic, but for the Sega fans, I really recommend a new game called Tinykin. It's just come out on all platforms, Game Pass for free. It's really good 3D platformer. Feels like an N64 Dreamcast era game. Okay, it sounds interesting,
Check
Peter.
that out. I've got Game Pass, so I'll check it out. Frankie's saying Wanted Dead. I like the look of Wanted Dead. We'll talk about 110 in a little bit anyway, I'm sure, but that game actually looks pretty good. The voice acting is interesting. The look of it. The voice acting's a bit...
I think that's going to add to the charm, I think. That's like from our era into the voice acting.
It's a bit, isn't it? The way it sort of comes across. You can imagine Rio's stilted reactions in that game. Let's get a drink.
I think it all depends on who's actually playing the game, because we saw that IGN video and it looked a bit weird, didn't it? But then I've seen another video since and the player was much better. It just comes across better. I'm on about Wanted.
I think it looks quite good. Yakuza, I think there's a preview or some like behind the scenes video of the new Yakuza coming. Have we checked out Jump Rally? Yes, I have checked it out. I need to get to grips with it a bit more because I haven't had much time with it.
I haven't checked it out, yeah.
The soundtrack,
you were on about that the other night, actually.
The soundtrack is really cool. It's very Sega Rally-esque. I do think, having had a quick go on it, I do think the roads are too narrow.
Did I hear that he got that T. Lopez to do the music? I feel like.
I think so.
Sure, I read something. But that guy did the Sonic Mania soundtrack, T. Lopez. So if he's doing this, it's pretty cool. He's managed to get him to do the music, which could be why it's so good. Yeah, I do agree that the roads feel really thin, really narrow, don't they? For some reason.
Beautifully presented. And I need to spend a bit more time with it to get like my head around how it handles and stuff. But it is very narrow. I find Sega Rally, it's a bit more open to interpretation to get yourself good at it. Whereas I think with this, from what I saw, you have one racing line to be good, and otherwise you get screwed. But it is very early doors in it, and let's not take away from the fact it is one bloke doing this thing on his own. So fair play to him.
Quite a lot of chat tonight, guys. I can't keep up. I was going to scroll back up to the top and go through, but I think that's going to take all night. So I'll just crack on with where you're at. I did see Ren in the chat, right? Were you the guy that's... You're waiting on a magazine, I felt like you said. Joe, is it? Oh no, Matthew. I won't give you full name, but Matthew, yeah. Yeah, no updates on that yet. Just so slow. Some of the magazines have been so slow for some reason. I was reading like Royal Mail tracked 48, right? Apparently to Europe, or international tracked or whatever to Europe. It's supposed to be, I think it said 48 hours.
Yeah.
Or 72 hours or something like that. But some of the Europe ones have been taking like fucking 4 weeks. I don't know why. And you don't seem to be able to get your money back on that sort of stuff, or like, you know, argue that it's taken so long because it gets delivered eventually. You know what I mean? I don't know. You think you'd be able to get something back for it being delayed so long?
Oh shit!
Not that it's affected me as too much. It's just everyone else waiting. It's a bit annoying.
I know,
and it's the same with American ones. For some reason, they all seem to be held at like Chicago for like over 10 days, and I don't know why. Whether they just sat there and they've got priorities, but then some of them will get delivered in, you know, I'm surprised how fast they've been delivered, like a week, and then some take 6 weeks. Like, what's going on?
It's mad. And actually, with the duck to America, I think I had to leave it 8 weeks, and then they let me claim it back. It's ridiculous. Hey, Xenomorph, by the way, good to see you.
The first issue, I think everyone got them within 2 weeks, but this is like, it's still ongoing. And I sent them out like the start of, or the end of July, didn't I? It was like, I think it was the 21st of July. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Retro Godfather, good to see you again.
There's not many left to be delivered, like, but it is whether customs of, that's what Grey Fox says. That is true as well. It's like, because Brexit, I think, there's been a lot more issues with the customs to European countries.
Everything's taking longer.
Royal Mail should update that on the website. Instead, it says it's going to take 48 to 72 hours, which is like strikes as well. My fault. I read that as not your fault, and it is actually my fault. You're right, Frankie. Yeah.
Question from Scribe further up: the PlayStation 5 price increase. What do we think of it? I think it's tone deaf. I think it's, in this current climate, I think they were a little bit silly.
The funny thing is, Matt, I mean, probably not the best thing if you're looking for PS5 in the chat, guys, but because I've got one, I don't give a fuck. They can put whatever price they want on it. I've got one, so it's not an issue to me.
I got mine at release, so yeah, I'm all right.
I see people on YouTube getting like really angry and like all these clickbaity thumbnails because of like a $30 increase, but I'm not bothered. And to be fair, it was really damn hard for me to get mine. I had to set up Twitter alerts and all that sort of stuff, like sign to these dodgy people that are scanning all the websites. Oh, Argos. Everyone jumps to Argos. Just miss out. You know, it was like difficult to get, so I think that deserves a $30 saving.
I've managed to get, I think, 6 in total. 1 for myself and then 5 for friends over the last 18 months.
There you go. You've got Matt's buying 6 PS5s. Everyone's fucking sat there at the computer. Fuck's sake! Dude said it was 6. There was 6 in stock a second ago. Matt's there sending them around the world. Matt's a scalper here.
I sell them all to friends. Cost price, to be fair.
Fair enough. I know Paddy was still looking for one.
Was he?
Yeah. Now he's got to pay £30 more now. London rate, that is.
Lord Tenth is saying, do you reckon it could be linked to the Russia-Ukraine stuff as well? Yeah, I mean, that's impacted everything worldwide anyway. So I think there's a definite...
Do you think it has, or are they just blaming it on that?
I think, certainly with Post, I think it's an issue. I think with chips and costs and things, it's funny because you look at like the cost of living in the UK. I don't mean to go political, but I'll leave it here after this point. Stuff's been going up in this country for probably the last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's very convenient now. They're going Ukraine war is a massive driver.
Well, before it was COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah, so
it was like because of COVID, everything's been delayed, so it costs sort.
Yeah, so it's something to do with it, but I think it's a convenient excuse not to diminish what's going on over there, and it's absolutely horrific. Don't get me wrong, but I do think some people are using it very conveniently.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll get off the political soapbox because that's just a rabbit hole I do not want to go down.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I don't know enough about politics to have a say. I just think it's weird. Like, why is it those 2 countries in particular that's making, the cost of bread go up or something? Why can't we just make bread? That's just one example, I suppose. That's true as well, Lord Tensai. And to be fair, mate, these people that probably have paid 900 quid for PS5s. Oh, I was going off the PS5 thing.
Yeah,
he says inflation has started here too, but it could all just be bull. I'll put a pin in it after this comment. Yes, I do not want to get into that rabbit. I'll leave it. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
yo, Shenson.
Hey, son, man, how's it going? Yeah, it's just...
You got a sub while you're away, Shenson, if you didn't
Frankie
realise.
kindly gave away 5 subs. Hey,
You got a nice
Requiem
little
Dream.
medal.
Welcome, friend. How's it going?
Bronze medal. Have you done that stuff, Matt, by the way? The bronze medal, silver medal.
Yep. I have me a duck.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Hang about. So they did the... Just go back to the medals. They redid the textures and the inventory for the medals. Maybe did we just took the full size view then? Because the inventory ones are different, aren't they?
They look different. So
Bronze is Fangmei.
Fangmei, Joy.
That is obviously a Dreamcast texture we used. Yeah, the actual inventory medals look a bit different. A bit shiny, a bit coiny.
Any news about Shenmue 4? Not at the moment, unfortunately. But we will see. I think this year, any news for it's probably out of the game now, if I'm honest. I think we're going to get it be next year now.
The title, by the way, if you're asking like why it says "Let's Get Shenmue 4," that's just because it's the 4th of the month, and we do it every month.
Yep, it's the hashtag
in case
that
you were
we
new.
use. So get out on Twitter, hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4, 4th of every month, because we want to make sure that we get that 4th game. We keep making a racket about it, basically.
Not just us. It's like everyone.
Everyone. Any Shenmue fan.
I haven't even played Shenmue 3 yet, so there you go. You've got time. Play that. 4th game might be on the horizon by the time you finish.
Do we still think there's secrets in Shenmue 2 we haven't found? Yeah, I do. I hands down do, because the game's so big. I mean, we're finding stuff in Shenmue 1 still, like the Dragon Punch, for example. Like, that was only a few years ago.
Or the bloody... No one knew about it opening a crate. Yeah. That was only like a few weeks back, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did a video on it. Dragon Punch. So yes, when you fight Goro, I can't remember it exactly, but there's a combination you can put in, and rather than sort of just punch him in the face, he does the old Street Fighter style Dragon Punch where he sort of comes up properly and jumps in the air. I think there's a video knocking around somewhere.
I did it. There you go.
Apparently Shenmue's trending on Twitter
my own channel
earlier.
then.
Oh, sweet. Didn't know that.
What, Let's Get or just Shenmue?
Because if Let's Get's trending on Twitter, that's massive. Oh, to be fair, Shenmue's trending on Twitter, that's great. I wonder what caused it if it wasn't the tweet-a-thon.
How do you see this stuff? It's not showing for me.
It might have been overnight or something, I don't know. Frankie caused it.
Okay.
Oh,
literally just hashtag Shenmue. That's cool.
It's not a mod. It's in the actual game code.
Yeah. So basically, I'll try and think how you do it. So it's kind of linked to the cat for some reason. So you have to kind of like feed the cat so much. There's like a hidden, and we didn't know about this either, but there's like a hidden, what's that system, Matt? Like Shenmue had it as well. Affinity. There's like a hidden affinity system basically. So every time you feed the cat, stroke it, these points that you gain. And I think when you can't see this, so you'd never know. You just have to keep trying. But when it's at like 300, basically there's a couple of things in the game that you can do. One of them's this Dragon Punch, and basically when you get to the Goro meeting for that first time, start at disc 2, you know what I mean? You walk into the fight between Goro and whatever, and you have to press like a really long input. Did I put it in the thing? I might put it in the description. No, I didn't, because I'm lazy. So it's on phantomriverstone.com. Let me see if I'll find that for you. That's got the whole thing that you type in. It's like quite a long input, and you have to do it within so many frames or something, and then that triggers that instead of the actual regular whatever Rio does to finish off Goro. And the other thing that you can do with the cat affinity is the Nozomi in the Park thing. Have you seen that one? Basically, again, that's another stupidly long input that you have to do in so many frames. I think it's almost impossible actually I think however anyone did it was either by chance or like software inputted the code in really fast. And that allows Nozomi to help you fight in the Enoki and the part fight. So, Phantom, Riverstone.
It's mad. Absolutely mad. Do we think there'd be an anime Blu-ray? Wow.
That's the one.
None of the Crunchyroll originals got one yet, so I don't know. I hope they would be, but I think it's down to all the parties to do it. But Sega hold the merch rights in the end. It'd be insane not to.
The reason why you may have thought it's a mod, by the way, is because there is a mod where you don't have to do anything. It'll just do it for you. If that makes sense. You can do it physically, but you can download a mod for the PC and edit some hex thing or something. I'm looking here. And it'll just automatically do it anyway. That's pretty cool.
Oh, bugger.
Good evening, Abdullah. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I think the Nozomi fight thing's really difficult to trigger daily gaming. I think it's like I say, it's almost impossible.
It has to be on a rain. Is it a rainy day as well, or am I making that shit up?
I'm not sure on that one. Let me see if I can find the blog post on that. It might be on Switch's like linked. No. Riverstone, Nozomi, fight. Let's see if that pops up. Yeah. This is me just Googling. It works. There you go. So let's see on that one. So the free battle to which this Easter egg applies as part of the optional event in Sakura Oka Park. Cutscene plays out in which thugs. Yeah, we know that. So you must visit it before 7 PM on the first sunny or snowy day. You have to have the kitten's affinity score above 500. And then you have to press YYBXAAA.
In about 2 seconds. Probably not even that.
Well, it says 5 frames. Oh, hang on. Well, it says 8 seconds, and it says there is a leeway of 5 frames allowed between presses. And then the guy that tested says that only 1 in about 20 attempts was successful. So, I mean, like, obviously, they'd never, ever expect you to do this in the game. No one had ever found out. I don't know how did anyone find out?
I don't know.
Maybe just searching the files. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'd have to look.
Oh yeah, I don't think we mentioned that, but we have got a giveaway tonight if you stick around. So everyone that types, if you haven't typed in the chat, type, and Matt will be adding your name to... We're going to be doing the marble race actually, aren't we, Matt?
We are.
So, yeah, postcards. I've got loads of postcards. These are the anime ones, by the way, if anyone didn't realise, from W2. You're not going to get the ball, but I've got like ones that are named. So, oops, I've got guaranteed Goro, Ine-san, or Mark, or you can get a random one. And we'll probably do 3 races, right, Matt? So
yeah, something like that.
We'll do 3 races. I'll do a postcard per race, but the 3rd race will have, because I've got these guides as well. 3rd race, I'll give you a pamphlet, and it's, well, your choice if you want an anime guide.
Oh, excuse me.
See if that comes up on stream.
Yeah,
anime guide or a 1 and 2 guide.
There we are. So yeah, make sure you put something in the chat, and I will be adding you as you go. I will check it with everybody as well before we actually do the draw later on.
Yeah, Retro Godfather. I mean, I only knew about it because of these 2 things. But I don't know how people find this stuff out. the triggers for those 2 extra cutscenes. Like, if it was just someone accidentally pressed, like, 8 buttons and something happened, and then they figured out what they pressed, but it's not just that, it's like, feed the cat, 500 affinity.
It's so specific.
Yeah. But to be fair, so is like stuff like the duck race. Do you think anyone would have found out about the duck race if it wasn't in the strategy guide?
Ooh, I don't know. I didn't, like, on a first playthrough years and years ago. I knew nothing about it. Then I saw it in a guide somewhere.
If you think of it, exactly, if you think of the specifics of that, you've got to speak to Eileen and Izumi, and then that door opens, doesn't it? Next to come over the guest house. But I think there's even a time limit on that. I think if you reach, like, I don't know if it's open on disc 1. I think it's disc 2 only. And then obviously disc 3 is Kowloon. So yeah, I think it's for the duration of disc 2. After you've spoken to them, that's open. You get the bronze medal, and then you need to know to take the bronze medal to the 3rd floor of the arcade. So you'd have to be aware that the 3rd floor is open. Then you need to beat Eileen and Izumi. So you'd need to know to, like, fight more than once, beat them both, get the silver medal. Then you need to know to, I think you have to win a duck race. You'd have to notice that there was new action appeared when you're at the speaking to Izumi, like you can press square now. And that takes you to duck race. Then you need to win, I think. And then I don't know if you'd know that you'd then have to catch, like, 3 leaves in a row, at least. Do you know what I mean? Like, batches of 3 leaves 3 times. And then catch the feather. I suppose once you've got the duck, then you'd think, oh shit, let's go see if I can enter it in the race. I suppose that one's obvious. But it's so specific, isn't it, just to get the gold medal. But what a fucking minigame that is, that you can, like, actually level up the duck as well. It reminds me of, like, the chow races, how you level the duck up.
It's proper intense as well, isn't it? Your duck
gains more
awful
stamina.
when you get it.
Yeah. You need to have money for that. Then eventually it flies over the stairs. And then you start racing penguins.
I swear to God, they were just having fun at that point.
I think they must have had more time on their hands than they thought or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's get a drink.
You know, we thought they just rushed Shenmue 2 out the door. And then these are like a group of, like, a couple of people, like, knobbing around with duck races.
I wonder whose idea it was.
There is so much jam-packed into Shenmue 2 and Shenmue 1. And like I say, this is like a podcast conversation, I think this, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll go through all the
hidden stuff.
Sorry guys, let me see. I've seen a lot of new Shenmue fans prefer Shenmue 3 over Shenmue 2. That's interesting, Chanson. I think if they're new to the series, possibly they just, like, kind of rushed through Shenmue 2, perhaps. Like, you know yourself, if there was, like, a series of games, you'd probably rush through them, right, to get to the latest one, maybe, more so. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly.
Whereas, like, Shenmue 2, we just played over and over and over and over, and we were looking for new things, whereas, like, a new fan probably hasn't had that luxury yet. But it is interesting hearing that people prefer Shenmue 3 over 2 in any regard. Like, even if you just played them both the first time, you'd have still expected Shenmue 2.
I'll be very interested, and I'm going to do it at some point, to get someone who is new to the series to talk through their thoughts on it. Because bear in mind, we're all quite incumbent. We've been around a long time.
Yeah. It'd be nice to hear from a few different people, actually, just to get a good overall new player opinion. So we've got two questions from Ethan Clark. Is there any significance to Landy's mirror tattoo? It's actually isn't it the Chiyu tattoo?
Yeah.
Tattoo.
Yeah, it is.
So it's on the side of the helicopter as well, Ethan. So basically that's the tattoo on his arm. So the significance is that he's a Chiyu men. I don't know if they've all got that tattoo. I don't think so actually. What was the tattoo that was on what's his name? Tony? Or Smith? One of the two. You know when he grabs his arm and he's got a tattoo?
Oh, Charlie. I can't remember. It's not that though.
Not Charlie, but the guy in the parking lot.
Oh, is it like a sword or something? I can't remember. You know, I can't.
Where'd you get the tattoo? Tattoo Goro. What was your second question? And do we know where Menkun is, where WoW allegedly killed Zhao? You can actually Google it. It's that is a real place, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely a real place.
Yeah, Google Menkun and you'll see where it is. You can actually see it on the map. And basically, crazy as it is, so it's part of the city called Kangzhou, and there's actual promotional artwork. I might be able to find it while I'm talking about it, but there's a picture of Akira in a white shirt. So, you know, like Rio's original outfit was like without the jacket, it was just a white shirt, and he had armbands on his hands. So it's Akira, supposedly Akira, even though it's like pre-Rio with the armbands and the white shirt, at a train station, and there's a sign in the background that says Kangzhou, which is amazing. How do I search that? So it's Virtua Fighter CG Art. Let's see if I can find it.
Ah, there we are. That's better.
So there's one. They might have, I think there's a blog. I did a blog post. I did, didn't I, for Phantom Riverstone?
Yeah.
Let me try to find that.
And then I'll answer a couple of questions as well in chat. So Jay, that's an interest. Did you find Shenmue through the anime and then start playing the games, presumably?
Me? Are you talking
Jay,
about?
Jay, who's in chat.
Oh, I just heard James and then I didn't listen to the question. So there's the image, guys, in the chat there. That's the one I was on about. So that's the Kangzhou. It looks like Rio, right? That's the post anyway. That's really cool, I think, that is Retro Godfather in the chat. This was before Virtua Fighter 2, or is this Virtua Fighter 2 CG art? I think this might be before Virtua Fighter 2, but I'm not 100% on that. But I think it's just amazing seeing that, and it's because of, again, another promotional stuff for my shit. If you've got the Shenmue World magazines, you've probably been reading the Yu Suzuki research trip to China. That's also on Phantom Riverstone. I'm giving like Phantom Riverstone such a massive boost today. Yu Suzuki research trip. I don't think I've ever linked as much stuff as I am tonight.
There's a lot of people to get through.
Yeah, so there's another thing. That part 4, I forgot how many parts there is. I think there's like 7 in that series. So that's a good read as well. That is the so Yu Suzuki, like, he went across China on his research thing, and the last place he went was Menkun. So you can read into that as you are. And basically in Menkun, he that was where he visited the grave of a famous Baji Quan artist, martial artist rather. So again, there's ties there to Shenmue 3, how Ryo's starting to learn Baji Quan moves. And in fact, thinking about it now, Matt, you know the move that finishes off Guy, the Mr. Muscles guy?
The body check.
Yeah, it's like an elbow in the stomach kind of thing. That could be the move that like took Yu Suzuki out, right?
Could be.
Broke his ribs or whatever.
Damn. Would I be No, I wouldn't be upset if they financed Shenmue 4. I don't care. Quite honestly. Doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Did you answer that one, Matt? What do you think Suzuki has in mind when he says he wants to change
That's what I was
Shenmue
going to
4?
answer. I know that he
Right.
wants to improve the fighting system, put throws back in. He was talking about making it a bit easily more accessible for more casual players. So, like, people who want to hammer the story, allowing people to do that. And a theory of mine is that maybe they have a classic mode and a modern mode for it. So, a classic mode for us that don't need all the hand-holding crap. And then a sort of a streamlined mode for those who want to sort of hammer it really quickly. Oh, and waypoints, yes.
That's what he wanted, yeah, waypoints. It depends how he does it as well. Like, I'm not against that sort of stuff if done okay, because Shenmue 2 had that map thing, and you could make your own waypoints, couldn't you? You could add dots to that little map thing that you could get. So I mean, if you did something like that, maybe you could drop maps down, points on a map, and say, you know, color code them or something.
Shit. Hey, Tofu Survivor. Good to see you. First time in, welcome. And
Ian just said it doesn't. Sorry, Mark, you go first.
I was gonna say I do think they will adopt more modern design. I just hope they don't go too far with it, because I don't. Games hold your hand too much these days.
Yeah, I think Shenmue 3 was like just enough. Want it hand holding?
Yeah. They need to strike a balance. I don't envy them trying to find that out.
Yeah, so just going off the tattoo thing, by the way, Ginger said he doesn't recall seeing a tattoo on Niao-sun, which is true.
I don't remember seeing one.
So that's interesting. It's on Land D. Is that Joe? Joe Fairmount? Who are we saying? Or Jay? Jay, right?
I think it's Jay. It might be Joe. I can't.
You've got like a weird AE thing going on, but yeah. So I'm new to the franchising, started with the anime, then finished my modded Dreamcast and started on the games. First the demo fan translation, then the undouble one. Recently started too. That's nice to see, dude. It's good that you're like actually playing on original hardware as well. Cheers, Retro. Thanks for that, buddy. Second playthrough of what game, Ethan? Shenmue 2, was it? Or Shenmue 1? Because you were on about the Blandy arm thing. Yeah.
Morrowind, bloody hell. Ah, shit.
No, what's this? So Johnny says, I wonder if we will ever get a little backstory into Ryo's west-eastern preference. In his house, his room is the only one with a western room door and bed. What? Was that a joke? I can't. I don't know what you mean about that, dude.
Do you know the food mechanic? Just mentioning that now. I think if it's done in a better way, a less intrusive way, it's fine. That it affects your fighting stamina, so it affects your move power or something. But also you might be able to get like perks from it, a bit like Yakuza does actually. That'd be okay. I'd be okay with that.
But yeah. I'd personally rather that it wasn't in the game, but I don't mind like maybe you can eat at restaurants. I just don't like that it affects your stamina. I mean, technically it makes sense that it does, but it's just too... I didn't like that, like, when you first start Shenmue 3, you're running, and you can't run. Yeah. And then you bump into a fight, and you've got 1 health bar. Would you be upset if Epic Games financed Shenmue 4?
No. Absolutely not.
It never bothered me the first time. I don't know why people got mad at Epic the first time around. And I think people have calmed down on that now. I don't think people are as bothered as about Epic. Not like they were anyway.
No, I don't think they are. I mean, you get the odd person kick off about it, but generally, I don't think anyone gives a shit anymore. They've moved on to something else.
I think it was just a flash in the pan moment. Just bad timing.
Do I think anime season 2 is likely in 2023? No, because it will take 2 to 3 years to make it, even if they greenlit it right now.
I hope we get to battle against Master Tao's brother in 4. Yeah, Zimming. Yeah, that'd be cool.
They need to start. I think I've said this quite publicly, but I'll say it here as well. Like, I know Shenmue 3 has its criticisms around the story. There are 2 good things that do happen in it. Obviously, we know Nielsen and the power play with the Chiyu men. And we also know that Rio doesn't have the mirror anymore. So there's 2 sort of really key points there. But Shenmue 4 has to move the story on and do a lot of heavy lifting there. If it doesn't, and there's this sort of umming and ahhing around the game like there was with 3, I think we're done as a game.
Yeah, I do get that, Matt. The only thing I'm thinking of, like, Zimming, for me, doesn't have to be in Shenmue 4. I think that could be, like, quite a cool final game revelation, if you know what I mean. But it would work fine in 4.
Yeah, Joe, we did a counter video to that RGT 85. Now, I'm going to make this point as well. He is a fan, but I just think he's either done one of 2 things. He either completely misunderstood the Shenmue story, or he's deliberately worded it in such a way to generate hits, basically.
Yeah, trigger people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've linked our video in the chat if you're interested. Pretty good video. Try to catch some stuff up. So hi Kieran, I don't know if we said hi.
Don't
for joining.
But welcome, Kieran.
We got first time chat from Tofu the Survivor. You might have read that one, Matt.
Yeah,
because
cool.
That was about
I managed to catch that one.
Yeah, good stuff. Any of you guys practice martial arts? I don't, but I'd like to actually.
I did karate a long time ago. Probably ought to do it again because it's good for your muscle suppleness.
Yeah, I'd love to get into it. Joe says, "What's up, guys? Love the show. Thanks for that, Joe." Yeah, I'm not into hand holding stuff either.
No, I'm not. It's why I'm actually really enjoying the Turtles Cowabunga collection at the moment. Those games are rock bloody hard.
You think everyone's on like a Dark Souls binge at the moment, and they don't hold your hands either, do they? Really, at all?
They butt fuck you. Some of those are horrendous. You know,
and everyone loves those. Everyone was, loving Elden Ring, and from memory, I don't think there's much of a tutorial in that at all. You just like left to roam around and figure stuff out
and die a lot, basically.
Which is the way games should be. If you want to figure something out, especially in 2022, there's loads of avenues to do that. You can go on YouTube, Twitch, see other people, get some tips from the devs, ask what someone else did in Discord or forum or something. Do you know what I mean? There's plenty of avenues to try and figure something out. You don't need the bloody... And especially at the moment, I haven't used it too much, but like even the PS5's got stuff where you can like... I think, is it for achievements, specifically achievements, but you can see like a little video of like where to find something or,
Yeah, you can. It's all built into the UI, so you can literally just drop into the card that they've got on there, and away you go.
That stuff I don't mind, because that is like, it's helpful if you need the help. But like, forced tutorials are like garbage, aren't they?
Yeah, I know. It does my head in. Like, forced tutorials,
Hi,
forced hand-holding. Ah!
I don't mind the Yakuza health system. Seems better in Yakuza, actually, doesn't it? For some reason.
It's linked, yeah. It's very, I say basic, but it works really well for what they're trying to do with it. The only fun I think with Yakuza I find is I load up on loads of health all the time before I have loads of like health replenishment stuff with me in game, because otherwise you get absolutely hammered later on.
And money's not too much of an issue in Yakuza, is it? Like in Shenmue, it was quite difficult when you were first starting out to like buy your garlics and whatnot.
We'll have one more go at Outrun, I think. But Shredder's Revenge, for those who haven't played it, is decent. Now, Shenmue was saying that the money's quite difficult. Yakuza is actually not too bad. You can gamble it away. I know in 7, Like a Dragon, if you do the business mini game, you can make a shed load of money. Like, fairly swiftly as well.
It's a nice little point from Frankie. I think Zimming could be the thing that turns Rio off of Revenge. Sees Zimming as what he could become if he pursues Landy.
Yeah, possibly. Be a good way to take it.
It's not a bad shout. And I do like the idea of, like, changing Zimming as well. Like, maybe he sees his sister, or he sees the other half of the pendant and, like, realises what he's become or something. Shenson says they definitely need to cover and finish the Shenhua mystery, mirrors, and introduce us all to the Chia Men in 4.
Here's a question then with 4. Should it finish the story?
Yeah, no, not for me. I do feel like another game is like cutting the story way too short. From what we know, chapter tiles and unless it's a really big game.
Yeah, unless it's like a massive, like 100-hour game sort of job for the main story.
5 areas,
yeah.
Something. I need to feel like they've designed it like that for it to be the last game, if you know what I mean. Otherwise, I want a 4 and a 5. I think that would be fine, knowing that we've had 5 games. Yeah, 6. I mean, 6 is like...
6 is the dream, isn't it?
6 is the dream. 6 is like the original intention almost. So it's like, if we get 6, I will feel like we did a fucking massive job to get this game back up to 6 games, because that's like more than we started with. You've got 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's a lot.
4 games, yeah.
I can see them potentially trying to do it in Shenmue 4, depending, I think, on what the plan is of the story and whether they can actually get a publisher sign up for 2 games. I know.
I think 5. I think 4. Sorry, is the hurdle. I think once we've got 4, and you Suzuki can like literally say in interviews and stuff, 5 is the last game. I think then it would get more momentum. But 4 is the hurdle if it's not the last game, if you know what I mean, because then it's like, Yu Suzuki still's not finished the story, you know, greedy bastard, whatever people say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it is the hurdle, really. If we can get over 4, I think 5 is more likely to happen at that point, with it being the last game. If there's not, if there's 6, then there's 2 big hurdles.
Yeah, I think 6 is probably too far.
6 maybe too much.
If I win Euro Millions, I will fund like a Shenmue game. There we go. So I'll get one.
And the thing is, you've had Josh saying that he'll self-fund 5 if 4 happens. So we do just need to kind of push for 4th. Once the 4th game's out there, I feel like a 5th final or whatever is easier at that point.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard now because we don't know how much of the saga's left.
And we don't know what's cut either, do we?
If it is a six game series, and we're 6 is very, very optimistic into it.
6 is truly ambitious. I would be very worried if he came out and said, it needs to be 6 games. Not because I don't want 6 games, but because I think it's unrealistic.
I'd kind of love to hear him say we need 6, because then it's like he's not Thingy's original outline, whatever that word is.
He hasn't gone away from his
But,
original vision, has he? But the problem
yeah.
with that is it's whether that vision is realistic in the current climate that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. I need to get around this fucking corner. Can I do this? Oh,
Cheers, Joe. He says he's seen the video we made about RGT85. Not really about him, but it just helped to generate the conversation, didn't it?
Yeah, and video-wise, I'd argue it's one of the best ones I've ever put together.
It was a good talking point.
It was good fun to put that video together as well. Hard work.
Ooh, bit of a pie in the sky question, but what do you think about if Toshiro Nagoshi-san came back to help with Shenmue?
Yeah, no problem with that. Not a problem at all.
Do you think Yu Suzuki would want to work with him?
Well, they've got
not that they've got any beef, but like
they've got a lot of respect for each other, so I do think it could be a good thing in that regard. Oh yes, yes.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
Good hell, Matt. With 3 seconds to spare.
Yeah. I'm having
there
that.
You go. Round of applause for Matt there.
On stream as well. Everybody's seen me do it.
Yeah. Peter 2.0 here. Interesting question here from Ezav or Ezav. Is the rest of the Shenmue series all in China? Do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if it wasn't.
I know there was a little talk about like Shenmue is in. What was that other country? Can't even think. Is it Indonesia or something like that?
Yeah. Now do it on a real arcade cab.
Without the sign.
I think the furthest I've got on an arcade cab is 4.
Oh, that was Outrun. Yeah, okay.
Keep me awake.
This guy creeping up behind Rio. Here's a toy for you. Do you get a certificate as well?
I don't know if he gave me one. I might already have it.
So that was like a 1 coin clear, wasn't it, right?
It was. Yes.
Oh, bloody hell, mate. You've got loads of certificates. Nice to see. Good stuff.
There we are.
Rapping Root Beer, thanks for joining. Looks like I popped in partway through a good combo. Whatever we were talking about. You missed a good one.
It was Shenmue 4, I think.
Was it? People are saying how many they think they want. Cedric saying 5 is all they need. Shenson thinks he remembers anyway. Do you think they will put Shenmue on DVD Blu-ray or only digitally? But well, we've got neither at the moment, have we?
No, unfortunately. Well, you can buy it.
I suppose.
Amazon
yeah, can you
Japan.
rent it on Amazon?
You can buy. I think you can buy the episodes individually on Amazon Japan.
Okay, that's interesting.
Hey, Ali man, how's it going?
Yo, Ali. Thanks for joining. Would you want DLCs to help continue the story like a season pass? I wasn't against Shenmue 3 season pass, actually.
I'm not against the idea if they've got like a proper roadmap for it. I would prefer a full game, of course, but if they said, actually, do you know what? We're not quite to Shenmue 4 yet, but we're going to release
Oh, I see what you mean, like DLC for
15-hour DLC, like Shenmue 3.5, for example, to like push things on a little bit in prep for a 4. I'd take it.
Yeah, it's like half of a prep of 4. Or does he mean like Shenmue 4 is like 3 DLCs
well, that could be,
to Shenmue 3?
I could see like episodic. Again, it's good, but it's risky because they could easily get pulled, couldn't they? I mean, if that was the
I'm
way
not
they
sure.
I'd go for it, but I'd rather just have it in a full game. But I know full games are expensive.
I would support whatever they did, of course, but I don't know if episodes is the way to go.
Shenmue 3 Kiwami. Do you know what? How would people here feel about Shenmue 0? So my proposal with that is it's a WoW's journey.
Yeah, I think it'd have to be. We talk about this. I mean, this is another podcast episode. What could be a Shenmue Zero storyline? I don't think Rio has got much of a story prior to Shenmue because everything kicks off from that point onwards, doesn't it? So it would have to be following another character like a WoW.
There we go.
I mean, I don't know what Shenhua's history is.
Hey, Silver.
Could you anything related to Shenhua? Possibly like 1910 China?
Possibly. The risk you've got with the WoW's journey is, does it spoil what could be ahead in Shenmue 4-5?
I think it would depend on how they go about doing it. If they spoil everything, then that might be like a bad move. But if they like kind of like link it to, say, if Shenmue 4 Rio starts learning about his father, and a Shenmue 0 came just before that game was released, so like you haven't got too long to wait. So you're fresh off a Shenmue 0 where like a WoW, you're seeing him going around China, always hanging out with Yuan Zhu. He's hanging around with Su Ming Zhao. You know what I mean? Something happens, kicks off. He takes the mirrors back to Japan. And then maybe, you know, if they link it with the Shenmue 4, where Rio discovers some things that we've just seen in a Shenmue 0, I think that could work well. It just depends how much they tell you in Shenmue 0, if they did a Shenmue 0, do you know what I mean? Like, if they spoilt the whole story and then there's no point to seeing whatever was going to be the twist of Shenmue 6, then that would be, you know, a negative. But if they can kind of like design it in a way that preps you for a 4 or 5 or 6 and then there's still a twist, I think that would be cool.
I do agree. Like, just sort of moving off that point in a second, I see what Ali's saying. Actually, Sega need to put like Shenmue 1 and 2 on PS Plus, because Shenmue 3 is on Plus. Is it extra and premium, isn't it? Which is weird.
Still, yeah.
So why not put 1 and 2 on there? It's a bit
that would
odd.
Be ideal, wouldn't it? Really, yeah. Just get people into the series. It was on Game Pass at one point, wasn't it? I don't think it is anymore.
No, he took it off a couple of years ago now.
I don't know why. Is there some sort of deal there as well? Like a 1-year deal, or who decides that we need to get rid of this now? Why can't it stay on? You know, why can't it stay on Game Pass? I know they bring new games in, but why do they remove games? I don't really understand that.
There we go. But okay, here's a question then with Shenmue 0. Obviously, Yakuza did it before the rest of the series was finished. And it generated new fans. Could it do that for Shenmue?
It's difficult as well, isn't it? Because Yakuza fans had the beauty of having kind of modern day games from a certain point, and then the ones that weren't modern, they had Kiwamis of, didn't they? So would you then need a Kiwami of a Shenmue 1 and 2 to kind of get everyone back up to date?
I'd love one. I'd love them to redo the first 2 games.
Because if they did like a AAA Shenmue 0, could you see those players then going back to a Dreamcast game?
That's the thing.
Ginger Fairy says, surely they have to end the game back at the dojo. Where would you think? See, I always dreamt of like, after everything's concluded, you can free roam around Dobuita and catch up with people. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Like if the game just ended in Menkun.
Because I know on the last chapter card, isn't there, Akira sat there with the picture of Shenfire, and there's Ewing just around as well. And it's like he's moving off to the next part of his journey. It's implied that he doesn't go home.
or his journey is back home at that point. I don't know.
Maybe. I'd like him to, because I think that'd be lovely full circle thing.
Or even just a couple of cutscenes, like he goes back, maybe goes back with Shuing to Manmo Temple and has a bit of a send off. There's Fang Mei, and a few nods from a few characters like Joy and Wong in the background or something, just as a bit of thing, and then a final cutscene back in. Maybe he's, how he was walking through Dobita to get to the ship. Maybe he's walking the opposite way back to home, and bloody Fukusan and Ine-san are there waiting for him, and that might be a nice moment. Nozomi, do you think we'll ever see her again? Is that game over?
We might do. We might hear from her again. We did, obviously, the phone calls in 3, which were quite well done generally, although the voices were a bit off in some of them, but...
Yeah. Scribe says, I'd be happy with the Shenmue 3 Kiwami. Adding in Baisha 2. I think if they did want to do some sort of like a DLC, that would be quite cool now, like to add a Baisha DLC or something.
The problem with that is, do they then have to go through Deep Silver as publisher because of Shenmue 3 and the deal that was there? So say they wanted to do it, and they've got the money, they can do it. Do they have to go through Deep Silver to publish it?
I don't know. I don't know on that one. I know that was like part of the original Kickstarter plan, but Shenmue 3 is Shenmue 3, isn't it? So maybe anything else at that point is like fair game again.
Possibly. My son's made a good point about Shenmue 3 Nozomi. She is much more like anime Nozomi rather than the Nozomi we know from the games.
There's a bit of a hot take from Renners. I think a WoW killed Landy's dad.
I mean, it'd be a hell of a plot twist. Hell of a plot twist. He actually did it, and Rio has to deal with that grief that he didn't really know his father. What time is it? I reckon we'll do
music.
Do the draws in the probably next 15 minutes. This cutscene is insane.
So Scribe, I'm trying to catch up with the chat, sorry guys, but Scribe says he thinks the protagonist in Shenmue Zero couldn't be a character we're familiar with. We would need to meet and experience all the familiar characters with this new protagonist. Who are you thinking of, though? Like, someone that we don't know at all? Could we play as Sun Ming Zhao? That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Could do.
Sometimes I still reckon Ziming will train Rio properly after he realises he's connected to his sister. Teach him some Baji Kwambus, perhaps. I don't know.
Someone's dying as well in the next Shenmue games.
Hey, Stuart's in the chat.
Hey, Stuart.
Welcome, buddy. Mr. Music Man. Fact. Let me give Shenmue's. Oops.
I'm convinced Ren's dying. I reckon they'll kill him off. He'll betray Rio, then sacrifice himself. That's how I think it will go. That's just my 2 cents on it. Oh, bitch. There we go.
There you go, guys. Little Twitter profile there, Stuart's profile. You want to give that a follow? Some good content, and you can watch him get every music track in his first attempt on the Shenmue hurdle. Or hurdle, I think it is. Yeah, Ginger, that's kind of what I was thinking, man. That would be cool. Still catching up, sorry. Stuart thinks he thinks a while might have done it, but perhaps because Zhao was possessed by Chi-Yo or something and he had no choice.
Entirely possible.
Interesting. Just tried Air Twister, great game. Soundtrack is by Valencia, 80s Dutch musician. Yeah. Great stuff, yeah, man.
We've got the soundtrack on order, haven't we?
Yeah. Shenson says you're determined to kill Ren.
I am. He's going to die. He will die.
I don't know, man. I know you keep saying that, and I could see it, but then at the same time, I feel like Shenmue's that type of game where... Does anyone die? Maybe like a bad guy dies, but could you see like one of Rio's friends dying?
Oh, bugger. I mean, Stuart's
would be sad though.
In chat
like,
that it could
very
be
emotional.
It could be that Ren's bandana forms like a headband. We tried the updated Air Twister. Yes, very good Air Twister. Like it. My game doesn't save on Apple TV though, so it's really annoying. So I haven't played as much of it as I'd want to. Unfortunately.
What do you mean forms a headband? What do you mean?
So his bandana. If you, in the artwork, obviously Akira doesn't have his bandana, and there's someone dead, and then he has a bandana.
Right.
So
okay.
Could
I
it
get
work
you.
that way? Like as a headband, possibly. What time are we at?
Any news from the Dragon and Phoenix collection? Not that I'm aware of.
No, it's all fairly quiet at the moment.
Yeah, I love Air Twister, Ali.
It's good.
Could literally say I've completed it. I've unlocked everything on the map. I do need to. Ooh, is it Sunday?
It is Sunday.
I think if I log on, I get my next fluffy map.
Ooh.
Yep, there we go. Got it. So I need 4 more. So that's like another a month of playing. We know Shenmue is going to hurt Landy severely in the sequel from that leaked audio and Project Berkeley trailer. What was the leaked audio again?
That leaked audio line where he grunts and is "How could you? How could you?" or something.
How do we know that's because of Shenmue though?
We don't. I mean, it's a theory.
Right. Okay.
Sun's made a point here. Wouldn't mind see Ryo losing the plot, and then Shenmue brings him back.
What is the Dragon and Phoenix collection, Ginger? Ooh. Had a bang there, just nudged me mic. I'll link you to the actual forum. You can read up on that there. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Ali. You saw my tweets. Fun fact, in the Game Jam beta, you don't automatically hand over the 500 to Cool Z or Cool J. If you have it, you get a dialogue option to do it or not. Good stuff.
That Game Jam beta was bloody brilliant.
Yeah, I know it means Stu. I don't know, maybe they just kind of wanted to force the story a bit. Like maybe if people didn't want to hand over $500 because they didn't know what was going to happen, they'd be like, how do you continue the story?
This? Yeah.
Yeah. They kind of thought of everything, I think, didn't they, in Shenmue? Like, what if the player is this dumb? We need to do this because...
I think everybody likes Ren, though, just looking at the chat. I've not come across anybody who dislikes Ren particularly.
I think a lot of people like Ren, yeah.
Right, I'm going to...
I think a lot of people like Eric Calso's version of Ren.
Yeah. Can anyone tell me if the bootleg Blu-ray of Shenmue anime is decent or not? Scribe and
I'll
James.
say, yeah, I've got it. I'll say it's decent if you're going to pick up the official one when it comes out. Otherwise, if you're going to buy it and you're not going to support the official release, then it's a load of shit, mate. But if you're gonna buy both, yeah, it's pretty good. It'll tide you over anyway.
I've got one coming. It hasn't turned up yet though.
When did you order it?
Oh, 3 weeks ago, something like that. I need to see where it is actually.
Okay. I mean, it is coming from China. I think mine did take probably 3 weeks.
I'm going to do this bit with Ren, and then I'm going to get us into Marble Run.
It does, Stu. It has... You can select English and Japanese. The only thing it doesn't have is if you pick, say, like the English dub, the black screen with like a kanji thing that might say like "Meanwhile in Guilin." There's no subtitles for that, so it's basically it's still the Japanese animation, but they've got like the audio of the English, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I've just overlaid it.
Yeah. Unless there is subtitles as well, but you have to have the English subtitles on the whole episode to get the ones for like the loading screens. So that's the only flaw. Other than that, it could be an official release. The way it looks, the menus aren't too bad. I was surprised there was menus, to be honest. And there's actually a foil, which is quite cool, like a silver foil. I wish I had it with me. I think it's in the lounge, but I think it's on the front of the box, the Shenmue logos in silver, which is pretty cool. Which is surprising for like a knockoff release.
Yeah, it looks quite good
so much effort in.
I've seen.
Yeah. Are both voice tracks on the Blu-ray? Yes, yeah. So you can have English or Japanese dubs. It's not a Blu-ray actually; it's a DVD, a little knockoff Blu-ray DVD. I think it's a DVD, right, Matt? Or was it Blu-ray?
I can't remember. I haven't got it either way yet, so I'll find out when I get it
there. The little plastic anime figures, yeah, these are pretty cool. Again, these are knockoff. Basically, they've just taken the key artwork, I guess, of the characters and really high quality printed it on a little plastic acrylic. If these were official, you would, you pick these up, you wouldn't be able to tell that these weren't official. Really cool. They even made like a fat one for Donu, which is pretty cool. Is there 8? I think there's 8. Landy, Ren. Nozomi and Guizhang. Bases should come off Nozomi. Fix that in a bit. And Joy and Wang. The bases fell off Joy. But yeah, these are pretty cool. I'm glad I bought these. I'll literally buy anything, so anything and everything. Yeah, I know, Stu. I don't know what the deal was there, that they never release the English thing over here, which is crazy. Whom talk? Okay. Hi, Shenmue fans says Ayan? Aryan? Hi, by the way. Sorry for butchering your name. Jim has all the knockoffs. To be fair, Son, the only reason I got the anime knockoff is just because they're quite rare, like the original knockoffs for like the movie, and they did a Shenmue 2, the movie someone did.
Yeah.
DVD releases back in the day, VCDs. Rare to get them. It's not like 20 different people are like selling bootleg DVDs. It's like when they do it, it's like one person that's done it professionally. And it's a little bit of history, I thought. That's the only reason I bought it. Same with the soundtracks. There's like bootlegs of the original soundtracks back in the day.
Yeah, there are, and they're pretty close to the actual ones as well.
Yeah.
Like, you have to carefully watch those on eBay.
You do, man. You've got to check. I think we did it in one of the streams, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
I told people that, like, if you've got one that says got someone's like email address on the back, and then I think it was Retro Godfather, he checked his and he had the Ever anime bootleg without realizing, which is funny.
Right, give me a few minutes. I'm just going to boot up through Steam Marbles and I'll get everybody's names in there. We'll do some draws.
Let's do it, man.
This is your opportunity if you haven't already. There we go.
Gone quite quick, that hour and a half.
It has flown by, actually.
Mm.
Right, I'm just going to get everybody's
Sorry for reminding you, Retro.
Names in. So just bear with me a minute while I sort myself out.
Really good engagement on Twitter today, everyone, by the way.
Yeah, it's been
loads
really
of shit. I've been
fucking busy. Busiest it's been
I feel like
for a while.
I've been retweeting all day.
Right, let's have a look at who we've got. So
what? I've never been, but I've just opened Twitter and it says Bristol Zoo's last day after 186 years.
Oh wow.
Is that near to you, Matt? Bristol?
That's about an hour and a bit. I'm just copying some names in now. Oh, fuck
off. Oh. I've just seen a message from the dude that was on about Shenmue's trending.
Oh, yeah?
On Twitter. He DM'd us like an image.
Ah.
So thanks for that, if you're still in the chat. We want to...
I'll be interested to see what caused that. I mean, it's great that it is.
Mm-hmm.
So have a look at the... have a look at it.
Ginger says he's never won anything on the channel.
Well, maybe that'll change tonight.
I feel like Ginger won something. Did he not? I know Abdullah wins a lot. But good luck, man. Either way.
I felt sorry for Sheep last time. about to win and then got absolutely murdered at the end. It's quite funny. Let's go through.
True, Shenson. That place is closing. That's a shame, though, isn't it? Like a zoo that's been around for 180 odd years.
They can't afford the bills, can they? It's bloody ridiculous.
Frankie's back to work tomorrow. You can get through it, don't worry. Apparently, it's just moving to a different place. So it's just a headline I've been bought into, is it? Just down the road.
Sure I've got everybody.
I went to Twycross Zoo the other day. That's pretty good.
There's a zoo not too far from me, actually, as well. I haven't been for a long time. Whipsnade Zoo's good if you're ever that way.
Who's that? Sorry?
Whipsnade Zoo's quite good if you're ever out that way. It's not far from
Whipsnades.
Yeah,
Whipsnade.
Whipsnade, yeah.
Whipsnade.
Yeah. It's a long way for
How's
you,
that?
but
In the UK?
yeah, it's about an hour
Whipsnade.
from it's about an hour from me.
Okay, yeah, I can see it. Dunstable.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, now, mate, everything's an hour away from you. Whipsnade. UK's biggest zoo, apparently.
It is big. It's
a
lot of walking.
Wonder how far away that is from me. Whipsnade Zoo. Two and a half hours.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trek for you, but it is
Trek.
good. Just going through.
Been Chester Zoo before. That's pretty good.
I've heard
Chester
good
Zoo.
things about Chester
I agree with
Zoo.
That. And West Midlands Safari Park. That's good. I like that.
I haven't been for a long time. Just going through the chat, guys. Bear with me a minute while I get everybody's names.
Winter Wonderland, son? Is that what, in London you mean, or?
I've been to the Winter Wonderland in London. That's all right. Did it 1 year with the wife.
Is that the one that was in Hyde Park, actually?
Yeah.
I think I went there, yeah. That was okay.
Runners.
Arcade Club is 20 minutes away from me, and that's all that matters, Frankie says. I think it's just over an hour away from me, but
it's about
one day
3 hours from me.
We're gonna have to do like a big meet up there, dude.
Yeah, I'm up for it. I'll just stay up there.
Anyone played Saifu? Yes. Sifu.
I have. Good game, rock hard.
There you go. I can show it off.
Oh, you got the Vengeance edition as well. I got that as well. So
Yeah.
the art book's quite cool.
It's quite cool. Everything's kind of like just falls out there, doesn't it?
Yeah. Boom. There you go.
Yep. Needs a top or a bottom to that sleeve.
Wrapping root beer's left, but I'll put them in just in case.
Ali's asking if anyone else has beat Air Twister in the chat. I'd like to do like a show of hands who's actually played Air Twister.
Go on, while I'm sorting this out, who's played Air Twister? Chuck it in the chat.
Because I think when we were like working out the stats, I think only like 5% of the whole population has like an Apple device, which surprised me. Frankie might be able to correct me on that. But I thought like it was like proper 50-50, like you've either got an iPhone or an Android, but I suppose because there's so many different Android devices.
Shenmue Day in front of Sega Europe, yeah.
Jay's just like trying to get it out there. There's an anime on Netflix full of Sega references. It's called Uncle from Another World. Might have to check that out. Anyone check out I think it was called High School Girl. I think that's full of Sega references as well. That's really good.
Right. Let's share the screen now. I can pull this up. There we go. Got 31 names in here. I think they're bots,
Okay.
actually.
Is the bots in there?
It might be one or two, but we'll worry about it later.
Guys, what are you botting for?
Can everybody just have a quick look and just make sure your name's in? I think I've got everybody, but if I haven't, do say. So this, Lord Tensai, will be how we determine the winners of the stuff. I've just seen Scribe's name in there. I haven't got him in there, so I need to put Scribe in.
So, Lord Tensai, basically, you'll see in a minute, there's going to be like marbles on a track. If your marble wins the race, you win a postcard, an anime postcard thing from the Debuita Street stuff.
Play some background music. I haven't actually got anything hooked up.
That's a good idea.
Oh, Kieran Williams, he's not in there. Thank you very much.
Did you not play some darts music? Shenmue darts.
I'd have to find it and sample it in. I can't be bothered. I'll do it next time. I'll do it next stream. I'll get it set up.
Yeah, if you don't notice your name, Matt will scroll through your names again. If you don't notice, shout out.
So I've got Kieran, I've got Scribe. That's fine. I'm jealous of you guys playing Sonic Frontiers at EGX. I'd like to, but you have to let me know what you think of it. Although I'll be on a roller coaster, so it might be all right.
We'll let you know, man. It's only out in like November anyway, isn't it?
Daily video games. Yeah, I've got you here. There we are.
Yeah, it is like a duck race of sorts. If you could turn the moles into ducks, that'd be funny. I'm hopeful now, Stu. I think after seeing like a lot of the more recent footage, especially that new trailer, looks really good. That original like IGN stuff, was it IGN?
Yeah, it was IGN did the first sort of look at it.
Yeah, it was a bit dodgy, wasn't it? But then since it's a lot of people have warmed to it, I think.
Right, last call on the names, everyone. I'll quickly do it one more time.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I think we've got everybody. Right, that's it. If your name's not in now, tough.
I tell you what we should do, Matt. For the sake of postage, you should give people from the UK 2 marbles, so they're more likely to win.
Oh, strictly saying
Strictly Sega's. Delete me.
You sure? There we go. Okay, then. So we have 33 entries in total. Let's choose a map. We'll do the Marble Mill. Finish that. I already use this now. Oh.
They should do, really, shouldn't they? Daily gaming. They should put Virtua Shenmue characters in the latest Virtua Fighter thing, because they're doing everything else. Tekken. Was it Tekken, I think? It's just got a DLC for the Virtua Fighter game.
Tekken's just got an anime come out. It's on Netflix.
Yakuza as well got characters in it.
Right. I've got to work out the bloody controls for this again. I'll work out in a minute. Everybody ready?
Good luck, guys.
So this is for a postcard.
Yeah, we'll do 3 races, so don't worry if you don't win.
I'll try and follow it as best I can. There we go. You just have to bear with my shit skills. Right, I'm following the leader at the moment, which is Stuart.
Okay.
Stuart.
Which like doesn't mean anything at this point.
No, it means absolutely sod all at this point, I can tell you.
And in fact, it always messes up all the names for some reason.
So we've got an early leader.
There we go. Ryoke.
With Titch not too far behind.
Titch in hot pursuit.
Oh, Abdullah's gone firing into the lead.
Has he? Oh, fucking hell.
Firing into the lead. A few of them are just falling
Normally,
off.
yeah, I was going to say normally you fall off and die, but that was pretty cool.
Daily Video Games was a close second.
Frankie, fucking Abdullah every time. Mate, if Abdullah was like something you could bet on, you'd
Jay
win a shit ton of
Fairmount at the
money.
moment is in the lead.
Okay.
It's getting tight because I can see Daily Video Games and Ryoke very close, although it's saying Titch is ahead. This is going to be a tight one here because I think we're getting into the home straight bit soon.
I'm going to have to get a notepad out, I think.
Now this is where someone might die. So Jay's still in the lead. He's bombing through the last little bits. Here we are. Now if you're going to lose it, you're going to lose it here. Oh.
Oh, Jay.
Oh my God. That is tight. Look, it's all...
Oh shit.
So Ryoke has won. Daily Video Games
just
is
got
second.
Launched. Someone just got launched miles away. Ryoke.
If you're still in chat.
Yeah, so you need to reply in chat now that we know that you're still there. Otherwise, we'll give you like a minute or something and then give it to the next person. So if you're still in chat, Ryoke, let us know.
And if you're not, then it was YouTube anyway.
Was it YouTube?
It was YouTube, yeah. So here's the final results. But if not, if you don't reply in the next, say, minute, then we'll give it to second place. And I can see Daily Gaming Videos is there, so...
Yeah, Shensun, like, just everyone's Abdullah is... Abdullah, 18 viewers on Twitch, and everyone's Abdullah, just pretending to be 19th. We're okay.
So we had 28 finishes out of 33. I don't think Ryoke's in, you know.
Shame if so. We'll give him till, I don't know what time my clock's on here, but I was going to say 1:45, according to my little computer clock.
So what time is it now? Oh, you've got a
44.
minute. You've got a minute, basically.
I know, the promise at the start, Stu.
So we'll give it a minute. Everybody's seen that anyway. So look at my taskbar. So, yeah, that's fine.
I would say we're looking at Daily Video Games here.
Yeah, I think we are. It's about to tick over any minute.
Have you got like an actual clock on Windows where you can see the minute, the second hand?
I do, but I've got it's on my other screen, which is where the marbles is.
Okay, there you go. It's ticked over. Right. So, Daily Video Games, if you're still there, man.
Yeah, he was definitely there a minute ago. So, there we are. Race menu. So, I'm going to take Ryoke out because they're not here. Let me just find them.
Yeah, he's still there. Good stuff. Where would you like me to contact you for your address, or if you can contact us?
Twitter, Facebook.
Twitter's ideal.
Yeah, Twitter's easiest.
And yeah, you won, man. And I can give you a choice because I've got ones that have got names on. So if you'd rather have an Ine-san, a Goro, or a Mark, let me know. Otherwise, you'll get a random. So would you rather have an Ine-san, a Mark, a Goro, or a random? And I'll open one of the, this is an Ine-san one. Just because I feel like we haven't actually shown what these prizes are. So they're basically they are the official Shenmue the Animation postcards from Dobita Street. Oh, I've gone too high now. Trying to work with Twitch delay on my thingy. So that's a Nine-san. So let me know if you'd rather have an Nine-san,
I know why.
a Goro, a Mark, or a random. And by random, it could be like any of the 16. Was the 16 cards?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. So you could get like a Rio, you could get a Shenmue. Yeah, no worries, man.
I can click finish. That's why.
Random. I've got 9. I don't know if they're different. I've just got 9 randoms.
Right, we're gonna go for
Go random coward. So like these are the random ones. And if you want me to, I could open it on stream. So Mark. Okay, on Twitter. Good stuff.
Super. Right, that's sorted. Turns out I did this one last time, it seems. Anyway, next race for another postcard. Everybody ready?
And if you can contact the dojo on Twitter, our DMs are always open. So
yeah, just drop us a message.
Don't spam us, but just drop us a message, and I'll get back to you with the address and that sort of stuff.
So here we go.
Good luck again, guys. So this again for another postcard, and then the third race, I'll do a bit of a bumper edition giveaway.
Someone's just died. There's a lot of people dying here.
No worries, dude. We got you. Just write down Mark, actually, so I remember. So race 2.
Ginger's just died. At the moment,
It's like you're not winning anything again, Ginger. Sorry.
There's a lot of people getting killed here.
Fucking hell.
So at the moment, Jay is leading. Was leading.
I think half the viewers have died, haven't they?
I think they have. Ren's now in second. I think that one leading's a bot, actually. So
there is a marble. Okay. Yeah.
Frankie's in third. Right, I think the bot's just about to win, so ignore that one. So whoever comes in second will win this. To the moment, it's all just stopped because...
Stuck in rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, rocks are disappearing though.
So
Jay's died.
Ren's just sneaking in. This is going to be a tight finish here, you know. So if that...
So there's only actually 6 races, Luke, because it's showing you the dead people.
If that Odysseus wins, it'll be whoever comes in second.
1,
I think
2.
A bot.
So literally everyone is stuck in the rocks, man. So this could be like anyone's a winner.
Esav has won because I think this is a bot. And I can't. Unless they say something in chat right now, then Esav has won, and I saw him in chat earlier. Yeah, he's just replied on a message. So there we go. The bot of Advocate.
Who's that?
So.
I like that son.
Esav Amalek 120 has won. I'll remove that bot out actually next race as well. So there you go, my friend.
Esav.
Yeah, what do you want?
Good stuff, dude. So again, I've got. I've put them. Yeah, I've got. Again, I can give you an Ine-san, a Goro, or a Mark, because I've got 2 Marks left now, or a random. So guaranteed Ine-san, guaranteed Mark, guaranteed Goro, or you can have a random postcard. Just let me know what you want. And again, if you can contact us on Twitter, that's the easiest.
Yeah.
For me, anyway. Don't have a Twitter.
No.
If you've got... No, we've got Facebook, Instagram.
Email. I'll chuck our email.
I mean, if you want everyone to know your address, you can put your address here, but I wouldn't...
Right, that's our email address. If you need it.
Yeah. No worries, Ewing Ren. I mean, to be fair, I know I've been speaking to you on Twitter, so if you do win, man, I can still contact you. So don't worry if you've got to go. That's cool.
Yeah, we can.
But you can't get rid of him. It's up to you, Matt.
No, you can contact him. I'm not too bothered about email. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Right. So this is now the last race, and what are we getting as the winners here?
So if you win the final race, again, a postcard of your choice. And I'm going to throw in a pamphlet from the actual event. This is like an advert. Shows you all the locations on the map there. Like a little bit of information. It's in Japanese, of course, because it's from Fubita Street. And
Daily game
the
videos
actual
that's come through.
sacred spot map. So this is the anime version. It's like
it's really cool.
Nice, yeah, really cool. I'm gonna have to wait for that to, yeah. So you can see what it is there. Double-sided, really nice. There you go. Sacred spot guide. So you can either have an anime version, or I've got Shenmue 1 and 2 versions. If that's something you'd rather have.
Are we
so
ready?
A postcard, a pamphlet, and a guide.
Right, last race. Here we go. That's like dropping people in from high places. Right, so Abdullah's actually legitimately in the lead at the moment. Was in the lead.
You have to set up some betting thing, Matt. Maybe with the coin stuff, whatever it is, the in-game Twitch.
Oh yeah, the bits or whatever.
Bits or whatever they are. Let people bet on.
So Flying Waffle was leading. Is still leading.
Oh, cheers, Daily Game. I'll get that sorted in a minute, man. So, and ESAV wants a random. Fair enough.
Excellent.
Channel points, yeah. Yamagishi was winning for a moment.
Scribe, it's going all over the place, actually. I don't think you can work it out. We've got a nice run down here when everybody gets here. Reynolds is in the lead. Terry in second, Flying Waffle in third, and Yagamishi in fourth, with Ren in fifth.
Mm-hmm.
So we're slowly sort of making our way down here. Reynolds was in the lead, but I think that's just gone wrong. Yeah, he's going backwards. With Ren now.
I don't know why. This is completely random, but seeing that diner there, I've just had a flashback to the bloody S Club 7 movie.
Oh, God.
If anyone ever watched that back in the day.
Why are you admitting you watched that on stream?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have.
We've got Ren in the lead with Ali in second, Rapping Root Beer in third, Ginger in fourth, Redders in fifth. More into steps, Jesus.
That's one touch.
So what's happening here then? Okay, it shoots them down there. So that's a potential for people to die.
Yeah, unfortunately so. I was a fan of Rachel. More so than the movie.
So Ren is in the lead at the moment with Ali in second.
That's funny, isn't it? The guy that left potentially is going to win this.
And Ren has won. He was here. He was here for the whole stream. He's contactable, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, no worries. I'll sort him out because, like Matt says, he was here for the whole stream. He's literally just had to go.
Yeah.
So no worries there.
And then Esav has actually come in second. Aziz is third. Shenson in fourth. Frankie fifth. Star Walker in sixth. Tensei seventh. Root Beer in eighth. Yagamishi in ninth. And Abdullah in 10th. With the rest on their way right now.
Good stuff.
Now, will we get actually 30 finishers?
No one died? After the last? Oh, he's last in the top 10.
I'll play some background music next time we do this. There's a load of people still waiting to come through, look. Although
Cheers, he's off.
Lovely. I'll see we've got that.
So, race 3 was...
to our junk. Esav, the email has popped through immediately. We've got that. Superb. Just checking that on my phone. Oh, Scribe is just about to finish it. There we go. And actually, I think it's probably the first race we've had everybody finish. So there we go.
Quality.
So just Yagamisha, what do you do? I just type all the names in individually because then everybody gets an entry. It's just, it takes me a bit longer, but I'd rather everybody had a fair chance.
Yeah. And I think on Twitch, I think you can like boost the marbles or something, so it seems a bit unfair that you
get like a subscriber bonus. If you've got a sub, you can get extra marbles and stuff.
So might as well make it more fair.
Yeah, right. Let me get rid of that. Just quit the game. There we go. There we go. There we go. Shut down Steam. Beautiful. I've lost James. Hang on.
We're back.
You are back. That was my internet just dropped off.
Okay.
But never mind.
Well, good. Because we're about to leave.
Yes,
so.
Exactly. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. As every stream that we do, we appreciate each and every one of you dropping in. Frankie, thank you for the 5 gift subs for everybody. That's much appreciated. It all helps. It all helps the channel run. It all helps us run the dojo and keeps things going for us. We will be back on the next 4th of October, which hopefully we might have some news about maybe an anime season 2 or a Blu-ray or something. We'll see how we get on. But don't forget, guys.
TGS, Shenmue 4.
Yeah, TGS. We'll see what's going on there. I might pump a video out about TGS if I've got time before I go away.
Okay, man.
But we'll see. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to give us a like, share, subscribe, YouTube, Twitter, all the usual places. High five, you just missed us, but catch us on the VOD. It'll be up on YouTube very, very shortly, so don't miss that. And make sure you come around on the 4th of October, my friend, because we stream every 4th of every month. Don't miss us. So everyone, guys, thank you. That's a goodbye from me.
A goodbye from me.
And I will do the tradition. Take us out with Wish. Have a good one, guys. Have a good week, and we will see you soon. Take care. Goodbye.
Take care, guys.
優しい嘘つかせ